Hi and welcome. We're going to do a quick step guide for the Cessna 208B Grand Caravan EX. So let's get started. First, we need to start the plane. Look at the overhead panel and turn the left fuel and right fuel to on. This is not the correct procedure. The aim here is to have fun and start the plane quickly. Move the propeller RPM control, which is blue, to 100%. And while you're here, make sure the mixture control is also at 100%. Next, we have to click three buttons. Once on the battery master, onto the fuel boost, click it twice to put it to on, and then once on the starter. While you're here, left click on avionics, and then left click on avionics 2, 1 and 2. Have a look at the screens up here. After a while, the NG will be having a small white triangle in the green. As soon as that is the case, you can go back to here and turn the starter back to off. The plane is now started and ready to go. The parking brake is found behind the yoke. Left click to hide the yoke, and then left click here to release the parking brake. Now taxi and hold short. Next, we want to change the CDI to GPS by clicking this button here. You click it until it goes through to GPS up here. Next, in the autopilot, hover above altitude select and use the mouse wheel to increase the number to 6,000. The number you're increasing can be seen on the left of the screen over here. 6,000. Now, take off into the sky and climb. Next, we need to click three buttons and a wheel. We're going to click here, on here for the autopilot. We're going to click on here, then AV for the nav mode on. Then we're going to click here on VS for vertical speed. Then we're going to click just down here on up, increase vertical speed 1 to 3 times. You'll notice it will increase this here. Our plane will now increase in altitude up to 6,000. It'll then turn off vertical speed and go to Alt. It'll do that by itself. We need to enter the navigation frequency. We're going to change it to 111.15. If we hover above here, we can change the big number 111. Then the smaller wheel in the inside, we need to change to 15. Hover above it and use the mouse wheel to scroll. You'll notice the number will change. Once it's 111.15, we need to click this button here to make it the active nav frequency. When the frequency is on this side, it is the active frequency. Now, sit back and enjoy the flight. On our chart today, we can see we're landing at runway 35R. At cruise, we need to be at 5,000. At Surrey, we need to be at 4,000. At Thesha, we need to be at 3,000. And at Hughes, we need to be at 1,600. The glide slope is 3 degrees. We can also see the localizer frequency in the top left, 111.15. Now reduce your altitude to 4,000. Hover above the altitude select, change the number to 4,000 over here, then click VS for vertical speed and push on the down to decrease the vertical speed. The plane will descend to 4,000 and then go back to altitude hold. When the plane is between cruise and Surrey on the map, we are going to click two buttons. The first button we're going to click is APR for approach. Click on APR to turn approach on. Next, we need to click down here and change the CDI to LOC1. The plane will then capture the glide slope and follow it down to the runway. Flaps as needed below 100. Landing speed is 80. Closer to the runway, we'll turn the autopilot off and hand fly the plane to land. 1600 at Hughes, we're right on target. Now we'll turn the autopilot off, reduce the throttle, and flare lightly to land. Landing speed is around 80. Push F2 on the keyboard for reverse. And then use the brakes to stop the plane. We landed safely on the ground. Now, taxi to parking. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, maybe consider subscribing. I really appreciate all subscriptions. Or leave a comment and like the video. Fun was the objective of this flight. Reality was not an objective of this video. No pixels were harmed in the making of this video. I hope you enjoyed this flight today. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you next time. Bye for now.